Hi, I'm Aaron Maike, and I'm your host for This Is What I Do, a vocational spotlight program produced by the Rotary Club of Muskegon. Today I'm here with David Derby, a pipe fitter working here in Norton Shores, where we're filming this video here today. I'm so excited to hear from David about the great work that's happening here in Muskegon County. David, tell me who you are and what you do.
I'm David Derby. I'm a union pipe fitter, and I'm out of Local 174 in Coopersville, Michigan.
So David, tell me where you're from.
I'm from here in Muskegon. I went to Reeths-Puffer High School.
So you joined the military. It sounds like you probably traveled. You probably went away to basic training. Why did you come back?
Yeah, that's a good question. I loved being in the military and being gone and doing what I did. It was a great experience. I got out because I was missing home. I missed being close to family. I missed out on a lot of events. I was actually supposed to be best man at my brother's wedding, and I missed that because I was gone and I wasn't able to come home.
I don't know what pipe fitting is. I know what welding is. I'm not really good at it, but so talk to me a little bit about what pipe fitting actually is. What do you do every day?
That's a good question. When I tell people I'm a pipe fitter, typically everybody thinks, oh, you're a plumber. And they're not wrong.
That's what I thought.
We're plumbers and pipe fitters. Some people have the title as steam fitter too. Just depends on where you're at in the country. But we are a broad spectrum of piping, more than just plumbers. We do industrial piping, we do commercial piping, we do residential piping. So we can work for the city, bringing your water line into your area, and then we could work for you as a residential and bringing the piping to your fixtures in your house. But we do stuff as big as high pressure steam and food grade processing lines that are bringing your baby food, coffee, anything. We get the blueprints and we have to make our list on what we need for supplies and materials. We make that list, we call it out. When it comes in, we put it all together and spread out the work with the guys we have. When we're all caught up, we bring it all together and tie everything in and make the product run.
Tell us what's the most interesting thing that being a pipe fitter is. What do you love about your job?
I love the variety. It's not just one thing. We go from, sometimes we do threaded pipe, which is just screwed together at connections. Sometimes we do welded pipe, which, as that sounds, it's just welded together. Glued pipe, like what you have in your house for your drains and your water lines. It's a variety, and it's never the same thing over and over and over. And it can be as exciting as you want it to be.
So talk to me a little bit more about what the educational requirements are to be a pipe fitter.
Our application process requires a diploma, whether that's a diploma like normal or a GED, just some sort of high school diploma. Then from there, we do a math test that will figure out how well you are with your geometry, trig, different types of math. After that, we go through and do a interview.
After they put you through that math test and interview, how long is the apprenticeship? What does that entail?
Our apprenticeship is a 5-year apprenticeship. So we meet once a week, every other week. And then that is in class at our training center in Coopersville. We do classroom work, which is book work, drawing our own blueprints, being able to read them, more math-related stuff, going over plumbing stuff in the classroom. Then we go out and have our lab time, which can consist of practicing our welding, practicing soldering and brazing to bring copper together. But our biggest part of our training consists in the field because we're only meeting once a week, every other week. Our training is on the job. We learn the most on the job by doing it, getting out there and making things work.
Tell me a little bit about what some of the challenges are about getting in to become a pipe fitter now.
The biggest challenge is going back to the math test. A lot of people overthink it and struggle with it, and it's really not anything harder than high school math. It's not going out and having college classes in math and different math-related courses. It's just remembering what you went over, not overthinking the question, and solving for whatever it's asking for. And then from there, you go through your interview, and however they feel on your interview with your aptitude, your mechanical aptitude, they decide if you're fit for the team, and then they go through and place you in a class, and once they get a full class, they start your apprenticeship then.
So you've answered the next question a little bit, but I want to pry a little bit more. How does your work directly benefit our community?
What we do is we go in and we make sure we know what we're doing, know the systems, and what we're working on to fully understand how we're going to hook it up and make it function and function safely.
Let's move on to some discussion about character, both in and outside. And I talked to you for a minute before we started the interview about you're an Eagle Scout. So I know this lies close to your heart through scouting. Character is often described as respect, fairness, caring, trust, and citizenship. Those probably sound pretty familiar from scouting.
Yes, sir.
How does what you do rely on those types of skills?
Well, it's just working together with everybody around you and being able to trust each other, trust that somebody's going to be working safe around you, trust that they're going to be able to help you out and put stuff in there, caring about what you do every day and making sure that you're there to do the right thing and get the job done correctly and safely.
What would you say to somebody who's in high school or just graduated about becoming a pipe fitter?
It's one of those things that if you don't feel like you're college bound, if you don't feel like you're college material, if you feel like you're a hands-on person, trade is a great place for you to go, and piping is huge. I mean, there's pipes in everything. There's pipes in hospitals, there's pipes in restaurants, there's pipes in food plants, there's salt plants, there's all kinds of different industries and places, houses, everywhere there's piping, and there's always going to be piping. So if you're looking for a career that is going to be there long term, I would encourage you to be a pipe fitter.
David, thank you for sharing your story with us today. If you think someone else will benefit from this video, please share the link with them. Until next time, the Muskegon Rotary Club asks that you consider doing something good for your community.